Liverpool Football Club, one of the two football clubs that has actually managed to win the Premier League title during the Pep Guardiola era at the Premier League. So Liverpool Football Club is looking like it's reemerging again as a very deadly force, looking to even try to clinch the second position from Arsenal or the first position from Manchester City. The departure of Jurgen Klopp left a lot of Liverpool fans in deep sorrow, but looking at the recent performances by Liverpool, especially out of possession, indicates that Arne Slot has managed to shift Liverpool from the aggressive pressing system that Klopp implemented at Liverpool to a more zonal man-marking system that saw them completely destroy Manchester United at Old Trafford. So how did Slot manage to transform Liverpool from the aggressive high press to a more zonal aggressive kind of system that is a zonal man-marking system that has made Liverpool to be so dangerous while pressing as well as maintain their shape as they press? So Arne Slot is much more different from Klopp in that he likes to control the game. He's not famed for the aggressive gegenpress kind of style, but he's more akin to the zonal pressing system, where he uses his players to cut passing lanes as well as put pressure on the opponent. Now, will this system actually transform Liverpool to have much more control and conserve a lot of energy that usually sees Liverpool burn out towards the second leg of the season? Will this approach make Liverpool actually beat Manchester City this season for the Premier League title? Before we even begin our analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Now, we are going to use the case study of the game between Liverpool and Manchester United at Old Trafford to try and analyze these tactical changes that Arne Slot has actually put and implemented at Liverpool. Now, when you look at Liverpool, the way they looked to press in this game, Liverpool pressed high and they pressed in a structured manner, similar to what you'll see Manchester City and Arsenal do, but with more of a Klopp hybrid Guardiola kind of pressing structure. Now, Liverpool pressed in a 4-2-4 structure, similar to what Manchester United used in the press. But the way Liverpool implemented this ensured that Manchester United were unable to move through Liverpool. And this is because Liverpool played it quite high and aggressive, as well as Liverpool's backline was not shy of playing an aggressive high line, with Arne Slot trusting Konate and Virgil van Dijk to cover the runs of Rashford and Garnacho. You can see from this clip the position of Liverpool's front four, and the narrow front four shape limits Manchester United's accessibility to midfield, putting Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro in Liverpool's shadow area. And what Liverpool used to do is that they would use one forward to press Onana while the other would sit on a pivot, and a midfielder will push forward to cover the pivot that was left by the other attacking player who was going to press Onana. Now, this limited Liverpool's central progression. And because this limited Liverpool's central progression, this would automatically force Onana to play the first time ball to the centre back. And this is where the wingers came alive. Now, Liverpool's wingers' position was very vital in this game, in that they did not just play in narrow or wide situations, but rather in semi-hybrid situations, in a position where they would press both the fullback and the centre-back. The main role of the wingers was to press the centre-backs from out to in, so that they can force the ball to be played through midfield. Because they knew in midfield they had numerical advantages and had actually set incredible pressing traps against Manchester United. You can see from this clip the position that Mo Salah is actually occupying and the position Luis Diaz is occupying. Both of them are trying to press Manchester United, but Salah is also cutting the passing lane to Diego Dalot in this game. Because this ball is being forced to be played back to Onana, Onana has two options, either to go long with the ball or attempt to play a ball in field. And if Onana attempts to play the ball in field, Liverpool have ensured that they have marked everyone out of the game. And this is how Manchester United attempted to play balls to Casemiro, and Liverpool managed to aggressively counter win that ball, and because they had already 4 players ahead of the ball in well positioned attacking areas, you could see how they will just walk past that Manchester United's midfield and disorient Manchester United's defense line. Now, this was a very, very good tactical change that Arne made. We can see here again the ball is played in midfield, and you can see how Liverpool are close to the ball and they are aggressively counter pressing to win that ball. And Arne also talked about this in his post-match analysis, indicating how he had noticed how Manchester United like to play those balls in the middle. Now, the problem of Manchester United looking to play Liverpool this way is that Liverpool were quite keen on how they pressed and quite keen on the zones they occupied while pressing. And once they won the ball, they will immediately find themselves in positions where they could deadly destroy Manchester United. So, could Manchester United do something different in this game? Could they? Of course they could. Now, one way Manchester United could look to evade this press is by Onana going directly to the fullback. But again, the position of Salah would allow him to immediately look to cover that area. And even when he would go to the fullback, Gravenberch will already move from midfield and look to immediately shift to try and stop the fullback to have any time and space on the ball. As you can see here, the ball has been played to Dalot, and now Gravenberch has shifted outside to try and cover Diego Dalot, and now Dalot does not have any place to go with the ball. Trent Alexander-Arnold is touch tight on Marcus Rashford, and once Gravenberch wins this ball from Dalot because of his poor touch, Manchester United are now in trouble because now Liverpool are able to play that ball into that diagonal space where Mo Salah can receive the ball and look to destroy Manchester United or attack that space in behind with his deadly pace. And this really created problems for Manchester United, especially towards the latter stages of the first half and earlier in the second half. These two triangles that were created were to surround Manchester United's two double pivots, as well as to cover the centre backs and the full backs. And this is something that I think Liverpool have done in the rondo. Sometimes Manchester United will look to find the ball and play it to Kobbie Mainoo, and Mainoo in this place would play the ball back to Diego Dalot. And because Manchester United had this 2v1 overload, they should have really looked to capitalize on this. Looking at this clip, you can see Onana has looked to play a simple pass to Kobbie Mainoo, and Mainoo is receiving this ball in space. He should just receive the ball, turn with the ball, and look to carry the ball forward so he can draw Gravenberch and allow Diego Dalot to have the space on the ball. But what he does is that he plays the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro loses the ball, and now Liverpool are attacking Manchester United. Not necessarily that Liverpool's defensive structure was on point, but rather Manchester United was so poor, even in some instances, to break free from this press. It is something that I will try to see how teams, established teams such as Manchester City or Arsenal, manage to break from this kind of pressing system. Now, because when you look at this scenario now, you can see that Manchester United were lucky because Liverpool were quite wasteful in front of goal. Otherwise, this game would have been in the 6s and 7s. Another way that Manchester United would have tried to outnumber Liverpool was to try and drop both Zirkzee and Bruno Fernandes. But the problem is neither of the two players were looking to make runs beyond the space vacated by the centre backs, and therefore Konate and Virgil van Dijk were not afraid to drop with them in midfield and tackle the ball from them, win the ball back for Liverpool, and immediately get Liverpool up and running. And this is because Manchester United's forward line, especially Zirkzee, was not looking to exploit that space. And also Liverpool trusted the 1v1 ability of their two centre backs with Konate and Virgil van Dijk. Another way, Fernandes would have been dropping so deep to receive the ball from Onana in zones where Virgil could not pick it and have space to run with the ball forward and look to play Manchester United's wingers. But we did not see that because Alex McAllister was on him. Because the way Liverpool pressed, they used one forward player to press the centre back and one forward player to sit on a pivot so that McAllister would have space to cover Bruno Fernandes. And this forced Manchester United to go long time and time again, but going long against two aerially dominant centre-backs in Konate and Virgil van Dijk was just ludicrous. Now, when you look at this clip here, you can see how Liverpool were looking to press Manchester United, squeezing the ball towards one side, using Salah's cover shadow to deny the ball to Diego Dalot, and using Gravenberch to cover both Fernandes and Diego Dalot. Because of this effective pressing strategy, you can see that the position of Gravenberch is actually giving Manchester United problems. Liverpool's zonal perfectly implemented system ensured that they were able to put Manchester United in a situation where both of their players were being covered with one player, making Liverpool to look so dominant and occupying all zones of ball progression. Manchester United looking to build with the back four also made it worse once Liverpool managed to, once Onana was out of the game, because now the front two would press them. Salah and Diaz will cover the fullbacks, and now the ball to midfield will be unlikely to happen. And this would make Liverpool have the space to win the ball and immediately look to transition from their defensive structure to their attacking structure. Now, looking at these scenarios, you can see how Liverpool have evolved under Arne Slot. They are no longer pressing with that 4-3-3 narrow system that they used to implement under Jurgen Klopp. They are not using that aggressive high press that they used under Jurgen Klopp. They are using a more zonal to man marking kind of approach, which is a hybrid approach that is making Liverpool very deadly and very potent. This is actually what is contributing to Liverpool keeping a lot of clean sheets. They are not conceding a lot of goals. They are not giving the opposition any chances or any space to attack them. And they are definitely creating chances for themselves by positioning themselves in areas where they are able to hurt the opponents very deadly. Thank you very much for viewing this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And tomorrow I will do another video on how Slot is transforming Liverpool, but now in the in possession phase. Thank you.